What's going on, everyone? Slam and Skits back again for another review.
Tron Legacy.
The Pinball Machine
Nerds.
by Stern.
Nerds, you know we like Tron up inside the arcade. You know what? This is kind of meta.
It is. It's
a pinball machine
based on
a movie.
A movie that's based on a video game.
Based on an arcade machine.
Cool.
Yes.
As a lot of people put a model of the Tron arcade game that was the arcade game based on the game in the movie, which is also cool.
Yes.
But I don't have a Tron or a Tron Legacy pinball machine. But yeah, people put miniature versions of the arcade game in there. It's pretty cool.
Speaking of which, let's talk a little bit about the synopsis.
All right,
of this game.
I like Tron Legacy. And the main reason is not necessarily the theme, but it's almost like a watered down funhouse.
Yes.
That's how I look at it. The theme's kind of cool too, though. I like the futuristic look, but
I'll tell you what, the movies were actually not that bad, I thought.
Especially the original.
The original one was actually fairly good, kind of funny. And just about the way, he, entered into the video game computer world and all that. It taught me a lot about computers, which is really surprising.
That is not a good source of computer education, but okay.
Yeah, but whatever.
Oh,
anyway,
wow.
Tron is the anti.
Remember, we have one of the reviewers here is getting a degree in electronics engineering.
Tron's the anti-malware function.
Anti-malware?
Tron's the virus killer computer.
Tron antivirus
program
software.
Antivirus software.
Oh, wow. Now that's getting crazy.
Anyway, Tron Legacy was actually a little bit. It was, some elements did better, some elements did far worse. This whole thing, it was almost like Lord of the Rings, epic fantasy, which is not what Tron is.
But sci-fi instead.
The sci-fi instead, yeah.
I like this better than most sci-fi things because it was less about space warfare and shooting laser guns like every generic space opera horse trash that Slam jacks off to. And I'm just saying. And
I mean, you're not wrong.
This is more of it's different. It's more about virtual reality and computerization, and that is what I jack off to.
Yeah,
Except the real life version of what's in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, Tron is pretty good. Tron Legacy was it was kind of iffy, but
I'll give it this. The music in Tron Legacy is very good.
Yeah, I'll give that too. It's like an arcade,
because it's from Daft Punk.
Daft Punk arcade type of thing, yeah.
I love Daft Punk. Best techno group ever.
Yes, techno arcade type of thing, which is fitting because it's a arcade machine.
It sounded like you were saying winning, like Charlie Sheen.
Winning.
It's fitting by fitting.
Anyway,
that was irrelevant.
Yes. Anyway, this the artwork here and the design of it is actually very, very well done.
It looks good. It advertises the movie well, but
it does.
To me, it seemed very uncreative. It just looked like they got graphics from movie posters and just slapped it on there.
Well, they did a little bit more too because it's 3D.
That is, I was gonna say it. On the flip side, has the 3D hologram kind of look.
Yeah, so they did.
That's a nice touch.
They did a little bit with it, I guess. I mean, yeah, it is the front screen is the movie poster, but it is in 3D, and it's kind of pushing the elements and all that, kind of like what Tron did and tried to do in Tron Legacy, but not not to the greatest extent, I guess. But yeah. But the gameplay actually wasn't that bad either. It was very simple, but that's what Tron is. It's very simple, motorcycle light and all that.
Someone made a real motorcycle that was modeled after a light cycle, and he actually drove it on the street.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just boneless.
It's not very practical
No, it's
bike,
not,
but it looked cool.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like the light cycles, which is actually pretty boneless.
Maybe it's the discs as well.
Yeah, they use a lot of the discs and all
Don't
that.
you love those deadly dead-ass discs?
Yes.
The discs are so dead-ass dank that the discs got their own arcade game, Discs of Tron.
Okay, 1980s.
Discs of Tron. That's just a hilarious concept. Great game, though.
The thing is, though, it seems to be more like, seems to take more from like the original Tron and not Tron Legacy. Like the only thing that you can tell that it's Tron Legacy is the cover art of it and like the 3D. Like,
Yeah.
That's the only way you can really
I
tell.
think the gameplays revolve more around the Tron franchise in its entirety and not necessarily one movie or the other.
I guess, but I mean, I don't know why. It just reminds me more of the first Tron and not like the second Tron. Like the only way you can tell it's like Tron Legacy is again by the poster, but it just reminded me a lot about like Light Cycle from the original Tron, I guess, which is more like very refined, I guess, more like 90 degree angles or whatever.
Right?
But then again, yeah. So, what do you think of the gameplay?
Again, it's basically a watered down version of Funhouse, as far as I can tell. Not a bad thing. If you, I probably will buy one someday. Mainly because it's similar to Funhouse. The shots are similar, but it's like taking the layout of Funhouse and giving it a completely different theme without the talking head. And that really lowers the value for it. Which is why it's a lot more affordable. You could probably get one of those in the 2,000 to 3,000 range, where Funhouse is 3,500 and up.
Yeah. I mean...
So, there you go. Or you can always get Terminator 2 instead.
I mean, of course, you can always get Terminator 2.
Love that game. We'll be talking about that one in the future.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it was not like, it was the perfect okay pinball machine.
That's a good way to look at it. I agree with that.
I mean, it didn't do anything like particularly like memorable, like
it's
awesome.
not very fancy or high tech. It's just a good playing pinball machine.
Yeah, it's a good playing pinball machine.
And I think there's a lot.
It's got a few
of
things.
Respect in that.
Yeah, it's got a few things it did that's kind of good, like pushing the bar a little bit. But other than that, it's just kind of like a typical pinball machine.
Well, it's a lot like Funhouse. That's probably why it feels familiar.
It feels familiar, but yet they kind of update a little bit, kind of make a little difference. Like again with like the light, all the tracks are like light cycle type of things and all that. But yeah, I give this probably a perfect okay rating. I give it a B minus. I give it a B minus. What do you think?
B plus, just because I like the theme and it is a fun game to play, but it's not like an overwhelmingly amazing title. It's good though.
Yeah.
It's good enough that I might buy one for the right price.
Yeah, I mean it's good.
It's not high on my list.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty okay. All right, guys, comment, subscribe. We want you guys think of this pinball and arcade review. More pinball and arcade reviews coming your way. Like, subscribe, ring that bell.
I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go listen to some Daft Punk Derez.
Heck yeah.